Hi everyone, welcome to the home practice. So just to get comfortable, if you are doing the home practice where you're going to be on the mat for the majority of it, you may want to place for the beginning a cushion underneath your buttocks. And if you're like me and you have lifted knees, which can be a little bit uncomfortable, you can place an additional cushion under one of those knees or both knees possibly. So let us begin together, settling into the practice, and feel free to have your eyes either downcast or closed, whatever works for you. And just start to work with your breathing. Take time. You're just going to settle in like this, using this week's theme for about a minute. And if thoughts are arising, other thoughts, that's fine. Let them be. And try to redirect your attention just to your breathing. Feel free to keep your eyes closed if that's your preference. Otherwise, you can open them. And you can watch me, and we can do it together. Or you can listen to my voice. So we're going to start with some arm movements that you should be familiar with from class. Okay? So bring the hands together in front of the heart. And we're going to inhale, open to the side. And exhale, bring the hands back together. Inhale, open up. And exhale, bring the hands back together. And release. And let's inhale and draw the arms up overhead, all the way up, maybe even the hands touch. And as you exhale, turn the palms downward, letting the hands come back down to the side. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the arms up, really stretch through the fingers. Hands maybe touch on top, they don't have to. And as you exhale, stretch out the fingers and the hands come back down towards the side, releasing the arms. Great. And maybe just inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale down, inhale, lift up, exhale down, and the other way. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and once again, exhale down. Great. So let's move into a spinal twist now. We're going to place our left hand on our right knee, and the right hand is going to come behind us. It's important in this, and by the way, feel free to take away the cushion if you'd like to, that you don't place your hand flat on the floor, but rather your fingertips, because that allows you, and I'm going to take out the cushion, that allows you to have just a little bit more flexibility in your shoulder. Lift the body up nice and straight and tall, and then twist around, including twisting your neck, holding for just a few breaths here. And as you continue to breathe in alignment with the theme of this week, continue to notice what it feels like just to be here in this posture. Bringing your mind's attention to your body. And we're going to switch to the other side. So inhale, lift the chest up a little bit higher. And exhale, we're going to come all the way around to the other side. So now that right hand's going to be on the left knee. The left hand's going to be behind you. Remember to be on your fingertips once again. Lift up the chest on an inhale, and as you exhale, twist. Continuing to breathe with awareness, following the theme of this week, as you bring the mind to the body and the experience and feeling of the pose. Maybe you can just twist even a little bit more deeply. See how that goes for you. You don't have to. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, we're going to come back to center. Okay. It's probably a good time, if you have cushions, to move them away from the mats. You won't need them again, at least for a while. And what we're going to do now is to actually come onto the back. So now we're just going to roll back onto our backs. You can either roll back using a little bit of strength of the core, or also feel free to just use your hands to slowly lower yourself down. Either one is absolutely fine. And we're going to come into a posture that is often known as thread the needle. Before we do, let's just work our legs a little bit, our hamstrings, those muscles behind the legs. So inhale, lift up the right leg, keeping the toes pointed towards the face, that's flexing. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift up the left leg, straight towards the air. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up the right foot once again, and leg stretching, the toes in the direction of the nose. Exhale, down. And last time, lifting up the leg, flexing the foot, drawing the toes towards the nose, and down. Great. And now we come into the threading of the needle. So here what we're going to do is we're going to take the left leg, we're going to bend it, and then we're going to place the left ankle pretty close to the right knee. And once again, I'd ask that you flex your foot, right? So we're going to draw the toes back, creating that kind of arch. And now we draw the legs up towards the body, and you can straighten your right leg. If you have a towel and you want to go a little bit more deeply into the stretch, you can place it actually around the thigh and pull that leg closer towards you, or if you're able to reach with your hands, you can do that as well. We're just going to hold this for a few breaths. Remembering to breathe in alignment with the theme of this week. And let's come out. So lower that right leg down, hands come down, and then take the left foot off of the area of the right leg. And now the other side. So we're going to place the right foot now right below the left knee. Once again, flex that foot. So drawing those toes back. Okay. We're going to lift up, straighten that right leg. And you can once again either use a towel if you'd like to pull that leg closer, or if you feel you can reach, you can place the hands around the thigh, drawing in closer. Make sure here that your lower back isn't lifting off the floor. If it is, it means you probably need to have that leg a little bit farther away from your body. Once again, just breathing, feeling the stretch, wherever you may feel it in your body. Breathing with awareness. And release. So lower that left leg down, release the hands, and then let the right leg come off the left knee and down. So, we're now going to do some cats and cows. Feel free to take a cushion to place them under your knees so that your knees have some support, so that any kind of tension from the floor is not intense. So I'm going to do that. Placing the knees onto a cushion. Okay, make sure that your knees are hip distance apart. And then likewise, you want to place your hands a little bit forward of your shoulders just to help support your wrists. And we're going to begin together now. So we're going to inhale, arch the back and look up. And as we exhale, we're going to round the spine up towards the ceiling. Now as we do this, see if you can actually align the movement with the length of the breath. So for example now, as you exhale, rounding the spine, see if you can exhale the whole time that it takes you to round the spine. Inhaling. And exhaling. Great. So lower yourself down gently. And we're going to do this version of Cobra that we tried in class. So the arms are going to be stretched out, if you recall. And then you're going to use your hands and the strength of your back to lift yourself up. So inhale and rise. Just hold. This can be a challenging pose, so you might feel your breathing is a little bit labored. That's natural. See if you can smooth it out just a little bit. If not, it's fine. That's why we call it practice. And release down. Place your hands under the forehead, or also any position where your neck feels comfortable. Right? So if it's not straight under the forehead, maybe you want to place your hands under one of the cheeks. That's fine as well. And we're going to do some leg lifts here, also helping to support the low back. So inhale, lift your right leg up. And exhale, let it come down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, let it come down. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. So now we're going to come into child pose. So the buttocks is going to move in the direction of the heels, right? And there are lots of options here once again with a cushion. For some of us, kneeling can be uncomfortable, so feel free to place the cushion underneath your knees. Okay. Another option is you can place the cushion between your calves and your thighs like this. And then you can draw yourself forward towards the floor. And once again, you might feel actually that your head is not touching the floor. So you can put another cushion underneath your head, or if you didn't need this cushion here in the first place, it can be underneath your head. So there's lots of variations. And if the cushion isn't needed at all, then you can just do this. And now we're going to come to stand. So draw your hands back. Curl your toes underneath you. And then use your hands and your arms to press yourself back so that you can actually come onto your heels. And then, when your feet are flat on the ground, you're just going to roll up nice and slow to standing. And when you arrive here, just take a big exhale through the mouth. And now, just stand here for a moment, hands at the sides, eyes downcast or closed. And once again, direct your attention specifically to the theme of this week, breathing in that way. going to do 4 sun salutations together, the standing versions. So bring your feet together, or you can even have them about hip distance apart, which I like to do. Place your hands in front of your heart and inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips and feel free to bend your knees in this action, especially if it helps you to keep your back straight. Let your head fall down and inhale, rise up forward and try to keep the back straight. Exhale, fold forward. And as you inhale, draw the arms out to the side, up and overhead. Exhale, bring them back down towards the heart. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, stretch to your right hand side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, stretch to your left hand side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach, rise and lift. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Feel free to bend your knees in the process. That also helps to protect the lower back. Let the head hang down. Inhale, look up, straight back. Exhale, once again, fold forward. Inhale, reach, rise, and lift up, and your knees can still be bent. Exhale, hands come in front of the heart. Inhale, rise up. This time, exhale first to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands come in front of the heart. And again, inhaling. Exhaling, diving forward. Knees can be bent. Head folds down. No tension is held purposely in the neck. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out to the sides and up overhead. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale. And last one. Inhale, reach, rise, and lift. Nice long exhale as you hinge forward from the hips, bending forward. Relax the neck. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, reach, rise, and lift. Again, the knees can continue to be bent. Arms up overhead. Exhale, draw that energy back down towards the heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to your left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to your right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. And release. So we're going to take another posture, a nice strengthening one called Warrior One. So we're going to take a step back with the right foot. And it's pretty important here that your hips are forward, right? And if you feel like they're turning out to the side a little, you can just slightly move that right foot out to the side a bit more, and that helps. And then we're going to bend into the left leg, the left knee, and open the arms out to the side and just hold here for a moment. And you keep remembering to breathe here, aligned with the theme of this week. And Inhale, straighten the legs, let the arm come down, and you're going to draw the right foot forward. Great. And now we're going to do the left side. So we're going to take a step back with the left foot. And once again, remember that having your hips forward is really important. So that may mean that you take that left foot a little bit further out to the side, which helps, right? And also be conscious of that left foot, that it's not turned back, but actually it's turned a little bit forward. Bend into your right knee, open your arms out, and once again, you're in that strong warrior pose. And you're here, conscious of your breathing. And straighten that right leg. Allow the hands to come down. Step the left foot forward. And then we're going to, once again, come back down to the floor. And to do that, place the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. And this time, interlace the hands behind the back. Once again, feel free to bend the knees. Relax the neck. In just a moment, we're going to hold here. You might try and draw the hands further away from the body, which stretches into the shoulder blades. Whatever feels comfortable to you is fine. And then gently release the hands to the floor. Allow yourself to come down. And we're going to come into a seated forward bend. So once again, this is where having a cushion may be useful for you. Right? Because sitting upright like this can be quite challenging. Whereas if you do place a cushion under part of your buttocks, not the whole thing, but part of it, like that, it helps to keep you upright. Flex those feet, drawing the toes towards the nose. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. And exhale, you're going to bend forward. Don't worry about touching your feet. Be much more focused on keeping the back straight. So if that means that your forward bend looks like this, that's absolutely fine. As long as you feel a pulling behind your legs and your back is straight, you're doing it correctly. If you have more room, you can go ahead and also place your hands around your big toes. As long as that alignment is there, and let the head just hang. If you can, close your eyes here and just feel what it's like to be in this final posture. And release your hands, lift yourself up, and we're going to come into a short period of relaxation. And this relaxation is actually really important. It allows the body and the nervous system to gain the benefits of the practice and process them. So you're just going to lay back. If for any reason your head is arching back in this direction, you can place a small towel underneath your neck to support you. Hands are wide out away from the body. The feet might be the distance apart of the mat. And as you're here, just notice your breathing. It's so easy when we're lying down for the mind to go off into many different places. It's natural. Try to bring the mind back. Just noticing your breathing. Noticing your breathing. Noticing your breathing. Feeling the belly rising and falling. Just a few more moments here. And you can stay as long as you'd like. I'm going to guide us to come up to sit, but feel free to remain in this position in Shavasana for as long as you feel is appropriate for you. If you'd like to come out now, you can inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale through your mouth. Draw your knees in. You might even hug them towards you and just rock from side to side, just a touch. Good for your lower back. And then roll onto your right hand side. And come up slowly. You don't need to rush to come up. It's actually better if you don't. So use your hands to come up nice and slow, like you're just waking. Allow yourself to come into sitting. Hands on your knees, back straight. Again, you can have a pillow placed anywhere underneath your buttocks, your knees that feels right. And just be conscious of what it feels like to be you here now after this practice. Thank you for taking the time to work with your body and mind.